everybody and welcome back to a loot video, guys. As you guys know, every time I go to a convention I normally come back with some degree of convention loot, and as you guys will know, I have just recently been to Chillcon. That's right, guys, so I have a fantabulous selection of Chillcon loot. Some stuff that I wouldn't normally go for as well this time, but we're going to get into that in just a second. So here is my loot bag from Chillcon 2018 in Sheffield. Really awesome show, as I'm sure you guys are aware if you went or if you've seen the video. Again, guys, do not worry if you missed out on Chillcon this year, because there is another one coming up in 6 months' time, 22nd of September, down in Derby, so you can get a chance to go there. But anyway, we're going to go through this loot bag that I've got, basically. I don't really know where to start. I got loads of cool little bits. In fact, you know, first, you know, we're going to rock off with something, first and foremost, that you don't normally see at an awful lot of conventions, wargaming ones especially, and you do often wonder why. As we all know, booze, wargaming, they kind of go hand in hand with each other. So, you don't normally see an awful lot of it, but on the Chillcon, they had this great kind of like Viking tavern that was set up, and you could get like hot mead and things like that, and you can get like ales and stuff to actually have as a beverage walk around with on the day. And they also had some stuff for sale as well. Now, two things particularly stuck out in my mind, and they're these two things right here. The first thing is some absolutely lovely looking West Country mead. I've only ever had the basic shitty mead that you get from Morrisons over here in the UK. This is supposed to be very nice. It's got a little bit of spice to it, not like a hot spice, more like a mulled kind of spice, but I'm very looking forward to actually having some of this. And 14.5%, quite decent in regards to its alcohol content as well. The next thing was literally a random pickup because it was like £3.50, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to get some Dragon Slayer. Yes, all hail the Dragon Slayers. I got some Dragon Slayer craft ale, which is really nice. Merlin's Microbrewery from that's actually from my own backyard, Cheshire, which is great. So yeah, so I got this. I've not opened it, obviously. It's got a top on it still, but I can't wait to try it. Maybe on the weekend, perhaps. I don't know. But yeah, so they're two things that you don't often see at shows. Alcohol, which is really nice. It was a good little selection, and the guy behind the tavern as well was he was a lovely chap, really nice. But guys, you guys are probably here to see some miniatures. So first and foremost, I'm going to kick off with a really nice little find, actually. If I can find it in my bag of awesome. Hold on 2 seconds. Yeah, okay, so first thing I'm actually going to talk about is a manufacturer called Foxbox. Now, for you guys that don't know who Foxbox are, they specialise in doing conversion parts. Mainly, the only... I wasn't really... I'd heard the name before. I hadn't seen the quality of their product, all honesty, until the show on the weekend. Normally, my conversion products that I go to are either Zinj or Anvil Industries, but the thing that drew me in first were these really nice, chunky Orky wheels. They just look awesome. They got a proper retro vibe, and that again is what completely drew me into it. The actual resin itself, I've not taken it out of the box, so I'm not sure what kind it is, but it's going to be really cool to actually play and actually get to work with some buggies. Mainly because I've got a load of Orc land speeders that I have, Space Marine land speeders that I've orked up years and years ago, and we're looking for wheels for them, and these are going to have, these might be the back wheels, these might be the front wheels. It's going to be really cool. But anyway, so I got these from Foxbox. Really lovely couple as well on the Foxbox stand. They're really nice to talk to. I did an interview with him on the video that I did, the loot video. Let me just see. I got a little extra from Foxbox as well. And they were like, oh, because you spent over a tenner, you get this. And I can't remember where I put it. It's probably lingering in the bottom of this bag, and I really wish I kind of like lined everything up. Aha, here he is. Here's the little bastard right now. So yeah, so because I spent like a tenner, they gave me this little guy here, which is a really cool little goblin. Now, Fox, the guy that's responsible for this, he sculpts them himself, which is really cool. I like his really long pointy nose. Different take on the goblins, especially like grot type things for 40k and the more futuristic type stuff, but really, really nice little added extra there. So we're going to move on. And the next thing that was quite nice that was there was Bring and Buy. And I perused the Bring and Buy, and I didn't see an awful lot of stuff that caught my eye, but one thing did, and I will show you guys. I picked this up for the grand total of £8 from a Mr. Foxton, who I know from the Chilling Wargamers, and yeah, so here we have a really, really old, I think long out of print, Inquisitor Acolyte, but really cool, considering I'm getting back into Inquisitor in 28mm scale. I thought this was a really, really brilliant find, and for £8, I was more than happy to pay that. He wanted a tenner for it, but I said, "Oh, would you accept 8?" He's like, yeah, sure, so happy days. So he'll be going in my Inquisitor's retinue. Really, really like this miniature. I actually don't recall it, to be honest. I don't recall seeing it, but I like the books on his back, and it's got some really nice old school kind of details on there. So, very happy with that little find. I'll have to put him in some cellulose dinners and strip that primer off him, but other than that, he's pretty much good to go. The next thing I actually got was a bit of a funny thing, actually. My wife asked me to bring her back a present, so I, as well as bringing back some lovely cakes and cookies from Cosmic Cakes, which have been eaten, sadly, I actually got her this from Wargames Foundry, or Foundry Collectibles. And it's the Dominatrix Women of a Powerful Disposition set. It's really awesome. This is totally going to get pulled off YouTube because of how lewd these guys are, but I don't care because I don't monetize the video, so YouTube, you can't frighten me. But yeah, really, really cool little set of miniatures. Like, again, a proper old school vibe on there. They have names, I think. I don't know where the names are. Oh, here we go. So, let me zoom in a little bit. I'll open the box in a second and show you guys properly. But we have just the Dominatrix. We have Miss Sadie Stern, whoa, with her whip. Wow. We got Hot Wax the Flame Blade, who's a flamethrower. We've got Miss Heaven, or Miss Haven, how you want to call it. Got Miss Heaven and Miss Hell, that's it. There we go, Miss Heaven, Miss Hell. And then we have Bellatrix and Gat, who, if you look closely, is actually a gimp. He is a legitimate gimp that she's got that sniper rifle rested into. But really, really cool. I love the Wargames Foundry. I love classic styled miniatures. There's just something in there that really, I don't know, it just brings me back to a better time when stuff just wasn't so politically correct and you could do all kinds of just lewd and stupid stuff like that. It's really, really good. And they're all fairly solid chunks of white metal as well. Really nicely detailed. Hopefully my wife's going to paint these up quite nicely. I'll probably have to lend her a little bit of a hand, especially on the skin tones, but I've got every confidence that she's going to paint them up pretty well. She's getting into a bit of painting recently, which I'm rather happy about. But anyway, moving swiftly on, if I can get these back in the box. There we go. Moving swiftly on, we have, what am I going to say? Yeah, I got some little bits and bobs. There was Barwell Bodyworks were there, and they're brilliant, Barwell. They're just a really, really good retailer of airbrush parts. So normally every time I see Barwell, I normally pick up like an airbrush spare, so I got a needle, I got a nozzle and a needle last time, but just because I ding these really, really easily, and for like £5.50 it saves me having to pay like 30 quid online prices for them, so that was good. I also got some Minotaur primers. I think these are Minotaur. Is this Minotaur? It's not styrene resin, whatever. But I've heard that these Badger kind of primers that Barwell do, they are exceptionally good, and I've got some quite large models coming up soon which I want to give like a really good solid like underlay to, so hopefully that will give me a little bit of an edge and it'll make it a little bit more resistant. But that can live up there actually, and then my airbrush needle spare can live down there for the time being. Next thing I got, just some little bits and bobs here, nothing major. I got some cool new old looking dice for D&D. These caught my eye because they look like they're really old and weathered, and I like the look of that. They look kind of like, you know, they've been in a gamer's dice pouch for many years, and I've just dropped the D, whatever it is, the pyramid one, the triangle one. There it is. But yeah, there's some quite nice little dices there. I like that. Although I'm a bit annoyed because this one doesn't seem like it fits the rest. It looks like it's got less shading on it than the rest of him. But hey ho, that's the way the cookie crumbles. You know, such is life and all that bollocks. Moving swiftly on yet again, we have, let's have a look. Another thing, actually, from Wargames Foundry. I went up initially and I asked them if they had any of the wizards, because they do old Citadel sculpts that were never released. And I was like, hey, can you, got any wizards? Like, oh, really? So we didn't bring any fantasy stuff with us, or sci-fi stuff with us. I was like, oh, okay, fair enough. And then on my return, when I picked up the Dominatrix box set, they actually went, oh, actually, we have this one thing. We don't know why we have it. We shouldn't have it with us, but we have. It's this chap here. I don't know. I think he's got a name, but I'm not sure what it is. But they gave me this. They just said I could have it, which is really, really cool. And it's a really gorgeously detailed little goblin demon thing with a little mini chainsaw and a little like a weird clown goblin. Really, really cool. Again, such a classic, nostalgic sculpt. I absolutely love it. I don't know what I'm going to use it for. I might use it something, I don't know, Blood Bowl, but I can't even use it for Inquisitor, you know, actually, guys. Have just some demented freak running around. Maybe he's like a mutant or something, like a clown mutant. I don't know. But anyway, he's going to be fun and cool to paint up. You can live back in your little bag there, guys. There you go. Right. So, again, what else do I have in my bag of goodies? We have... we have the actual Chillcon stuff. When you went to Chillcon, you got a little bag, which had a bunch of cool little goodies in there. First and foremost, let me just try and root them out in here. There we go. That's the rest of them. You guys don't want to see flyers, really. One of the things is you got a cool little Chillcon combat gauge, which is quite nice. You know, you just put it in your pocket, take it out and about. I really like little combat gauges. I think they're really cool. I'll be taking this and adding it to my little hobby arsenal, just so that, you know, if you ever get caught short without a tape measure, you can still play a game. That's really, really good. Next thing is the Chillcon miniature that is got a bit of a story behind it. Although I'm not sure whether I'm allowed to tell, but he is a little Viking. They didn't do the Spud this year, although I do have one from the last year's show, even though I didn't go, but I managed to pick it up at Salute. But yeah, so we have this cool little Viking dude right here. I probably am not going to paint this guy up, just because I have literally no use. I think I'll just have him to keep and have him to collect. The next thing that you actually got in the little goodie bag from Chillcon was this little dude from Gangs of Rome, and he is a senator. But because of his scale, he doesn't look too... I don't think he's too out of place for like a 28mm scale. I could convert him up and maybe use him as like an astropath or something, we'll have to see. But he's a nice little model. You know, just all one piece, but its own little base. I'm quite fond of that one, actually. I like it quite a bit. And then, last but not least, one of the things, because I was a volunteer at Chillcon this year, helping out, like shifting stuff and helping organise where the traders were going and whatnot. Steve gave us a little bit extra in the volunteers goodie bag. Here, so he said I could have a bunch of these macrocosm blisters, which are really, really cool. I think he was just kind of get rid of them cheap. Oh, that's just fell off there. But in the first one, there is just a tiny little one, mainly because I just wanted him because I thought he's going to make a really, really cool little squat right there. So there's this little dude here. Look at his little face. He's got a little cigar. He's got a little clamp hands going on here. So that, oh shit, I dropped it. That is going to go in there like that. You gotta give him the clamps. Give him the clamps. But yeah, so cool little squat dude. Never actually been into the macrocosm stuff. It's one of those things that I've kind of known about, but never really delved into. But upon seeing the quality, and again, the kind of retro, nostalgic kind of vibe that it gives off, and the fact that it is correct scale for Warhammer 40k makes me get ideas, and it makes me want to do some more stuff, mainly with these guys here. These guys are the infested insurgents from Macrocosm. Now, these are cool because originally, there's bases everywhere. These are basically stand-ins for Gene Stealer cultists, but you wouldn't be able to tell if you painted them up in a certain way. I like the fact that they've got the hoods. Let me try and zoom in a little bit for you guys. I like the fact that they've kind of got the hoods and stuff, so they look a bit culty, which is great. And there's even some that have a cool, like this guy here. He's got like a cool gas mask. So I'm thinking of getting a bunch more of these and using these as like Traitor Imperial Guard and maybe mixing them in with some other stuff, because they are perfect scale for it. And then the next, I'm just going to leave those guys. In fact, no, I'm going to put these guys back in a little baggie just so I don't wreck anything more. And then the last thing that I got is a crazy like troll with this mad gun type thing. It's literally a case of this was going to be definitely used for Inquisitor, because I can use him either as a mutant or as an alien. I don't really know. But again, he pretty much has the stature and the body type of the old GW Stone Trolls, and I'm pretty certain that that is an Ogryn Ripper gun. It could be I don't know, some kind of autocannon or something, but if the barrel was long, it could definitely be an autocannon. But it fits just so perfectly, and in regards to like where it all lines up, and I'm getting the white metal dust on my hands, which again is really nostalgic. And the cool thing is, it comes with the choice of 3 heads. These heads are really cool, full of character, full of detail. Really like this guy with the cigar and the mohawk, and I like the guy with the bionic eye. I think I'm probably going to use the cigar and the mohawk just because he reminds me of Grumbug from when I used to play D&D. Just really cool, little nostalgic feel. But yeah, he's awesome. He's got like little pants and everything. Like, he's got little pants with little pockets on, little jeans with a little belt and stuff. Really cool. I'm going to enjoy painting him up. But yeah, it makes me want to get some more of the Macrocosm stuff, because it's just a really cool nostalgic feel to things. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for the loot that I got. I got some cool stuff, I'm not going to lie. And I'm really looking forward to painting it all up. It's going to be interesting. One of the things I'm interested in the most is actually seeing how my wife paints up those Dominatrixes, because they're just they're just cool as fuck. And maybe I can use them in a game of Inquisitor, I don't know, but it'll be interesting to see, first and foremost, if my hobby store lets me use them, and secondly, how my wife will paint them up. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. This has been a Chillcon Loot video, and I'll see you guys in the next video that I do. So, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, favourite, and subscribe. Don't forget to check out the Instagram, because you'll get little sneak peeks of what I'm up to there, so you'll get to find out which things I'm doing first from this big old pile of loot. And links to the doobly-doo down below. Thank you very much for watching, guys. See you now, and goodbye.